Hello everyone, welcome to the 5 Minutes PM podcast. Today I like to talk to you about one change management process called ADKAR or ADKAR. ADKAR is an acronym for awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. And this is a change management model that is very, very simple to understand that was proposed by Jeff Hiatt. He wrote a book about this model, and the central piece of this model is on the human being. So if you change yourself, if you change the person, the organization will be much more able to change itself. So this is the root. So you cannot change an organization without being able to change the people. So basically these 5 steps that make the acronym start with awareness. So what is awareness? The first thing you need to know is that you have a burning platform. So there is something that must change. So you are aware that something is not working the way you want to work, or something in your market is changing that you need to take advantage. This is the first step. Without awareness, you can forget everything. Absolutely everything becomes irrelevant. Then comes the second. Sometimes you have awareness, but you don't have desire. Means you know that you must do something, but you just don't want to do that. So let me give you an example. Let's suppose you are overweight and you want to lose weight. So what do? First, you need to have awareness. Oh, look, I need to lose weight. Because if you don't have awareness, then you don't even know that change is needed. But let's suppose now you have awareness, but then you don't have the desire to do the sacrifice of a diet or exercise. You say, look, I'm aware that I need to change, that I need to lose weight, but I don't have the desire. Without the desire, you don't move on change. So you need to understand, and on the desire, it's very important. You need to understand on an organizational perspective is that people are looking to know what is good for them. What is good for them? So if you want, as my boss or my supervisor or the head of my organization, to drive me to change, I need to know clearly what is in there for me, why this is good for me. So for example, Brightline just produced on the People Manifesto one of the tenets that says that people act on their own self-interest. And this is exactly that. And I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm saying that I need to know, I need to have the desire to move. So what the company is doing for me to increase this desire, to change or to make a digital transformation or to do whatever. Then when I have awareness and desire, I go to the third step. It's, do I have knowledge? Because sometimes you have awareness and desire, but you don't know how to do. You don't have the knowledge. So you need to go and get the knowledge. So let's suppose that you're doing a digitization of your organization. So you're becoming paperless. So you are aware that you must go paperless. You have the desire for it. You truly believe and you feel that this is great for you. It will mean less work. It will mean more effectiveness, less mistakes. But you don't know how to do that. So you need to go and get knowledge. Imagine the example of losing weight. You need to go to the doctor and say, what is the best approach that fits to my body and my needs? Then when you have the knowledge, you go to the fourth step, is the ability. Do you have the practice to do that? So then you start doing your diet. Then you start developing the ability to eat less or to exercise more, or developing the ability in your organization to become more digital. So you start developing that ability. Imagine that you're learning how to bike. So this is the ability. So you have the knowledge, but now you need to start trying that. And then when, let's suppose you for the first time able to bike, it's not enough. You need to have the last step. It's the reinforcement. You need next day to bike again. Next day to bike again. Until you have this as part of your new changed routine. For example, you want to lose weight. How many times we saw people doing a diet, losing many pounds, and then putting them back very soon? What's the problem? It's lack of awareness, desire, knowledge, ability? No, it's lack of reinforcement. because you do once, you do twice. But until you do not transform that to a new habit, you don't change. Then it's very easy for you to lose the pace and lose that ability and lose all the change aspect. So it's very important. It's a continuous reinforcement process. So you change, you do, you create, you develop the ability and reinforce. And this is exactly what ADKAR stands for. So it's a very simple human-centered. You can apply this in absolutely everything. And this podcast that is very focused on project and project delivery, it's exactly what we do every single day, because a project is per se a changing process. So you create a project because the routine is not working. So you want to do something different, you want to implement something new, and by doing that, you need to change people. And you can only change people if they are aware, if they want, if they have the knowledge, the ability, and there is a reinforcement process in place. So this is what ADKAR, it's one more tool in your Swiss arm knife to be an excellent, effective project manager. See you next week with another 5 Minutes PM podcast.